Hi guys, it's Kimberly Bell with the Real Estate Office, bringing you your education for the week. I was trying to touch base with you about buyers and your buyers packets and how you approach buyers. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about is that sometimes we lose contact with our buyers and we don't stay up to date. Well, one of the things that I think that you should think about is what services are you providing to buyers? What services do we guarantee to buyers? And how do we help them understand how valuable our services are? So I was sitting in my office one day and I was thinking about, sometimes we sit there and we have a seller's marketing plan. And in that seller's marketing plan, we outline exactly what we're going to do for that seller. But when a buyer comes in, we don't tell them what we do. We just assume that they're going to trust us and that we're going to update them when we feel the need that they need to know. Well, I think it's important that they know the outline of what you're doing, part of your job, how much time you're going to spend helping them search, and why it's so important for you to find them the perfect home, ultimately investment, to make their life more valuable, and in the end, you get a commission. One of the things that I learned early on in real estate is that the numbers never matter. The dollars never matter. Your service, your service, your reputation need to come first, and the money will follow. So that's my recommendation to you all. What is your service? What is your reputation? And how are you making sure that they understand what those are and what you provide to them? My challenge to you this week is for you to come up with a buyer's marketing plan. So my buyer's marketing plan looks a little bit like this. I'm in the middle of developing it, so I'm going to do this project right along with you. It'll be due Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, April the 2nd by 5 p.m. at the end of the business day. So I want you to sit down and take a few minutes and think about, what services do I provide to a buyer? That's that. I think that you could look at your seller's plan and use some of the services that you provide to your seller and carry them over. Do you start off with an email to them saying, welcome aboard, congratulations, I'm so excited that you chose me to help you with your real estate search, and then tell them what you're going to do for them? Do you do that? I think I want to. I think I have. I've started using that this year. So I'm going to send them that email. Then I'm going to ask them, do you want to have a subscription? Whereas new emails, new properties hit the market, it emails you automatically so that you can be one of the first people to see that property that meets your criteria. Or do you set them up in a portal? And a portal is something on our MLS that allows them to also, you can send them stuff. They can independently search the MLS as a public consumer, and then you can see what they're doing. Wouldn't it be cool if you set them up in a portal that they loved it, they're technology savvy, they understand the use of it, and then on your side, you're seeing, well, I didn't pick out that property. They've looked at that property 10 times. Matter of fact, they sent it to their mom. Now it's going to make you look good. You're going to be able to pick up that phone because you were in that portal looking at what they were doing. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I saw that you had looked at 101 Main Street, or hey, I saw 101 Main Street and thought that we might want to set up a showing. They've looked at it 10 times. Certainly they want to see it in person, right? So let's get them in there. Let's see what they can do. In that moment, you're the hero. We want you to be the hero of your transaction, to make sure that you're following along and giving the most professionalism that you can do, keeping them up to date, keeping them along in their timeline. But if they don't know what to expect, it's hard for them to know if you're doing your job. Maybe set that expectation on the front end. They don't know what you do. They don't know the value you bring. Let's educate the consumer in the value that you bring. So, do you offer the same services to a first-time home buyer that you do to an investor? Why do your investors walk away? Because you're not giving them enough touches to keep them in your pipeline like you do the first-time home buyer. You think that first-time home buyer, oh, I'm going to coddle you, and they're so happy and they're so excited. They still don't know what you're doing because you haven't told them. But that investor needs the same kind of touches. How much touching are you going to give them? Are you going to call them regularly? Are they truly in your pipeline, or are they just a customer, not a client? Let's determine when they're that. A customer is one that does not have a buyer's rep agreement. A client is someone that you're under a buyer's rep agreement with. When do you sign that? Make a decision. See, a lot of times you'll go in and you'll sign that buyer's rep, and then Sally and Sally Smith went over here and now they're closing on a property with another agent. You think, well, I have the buyer's rep on that. Well, the only person that you can come back on is that buyer. And why do you think that buyer used that other agent? They were not being mean to you. You weren't doing your job. So because they didn't know what your job was. You weren't giving them enough information to let them know what their job was. So we want to make sure that we're telling them what your job is and how you're going to check off those boxes. I also email them a buyer's package. The buyer's package, it's a booklet actually, that came from NAR. I've emailed it to you guys before. People don't like to use it because it's really long and it's a lot of time consuming and it reads a lot. But there's pages in there that you could pull out, brand them to yourself, and go ahead and associate them together. Send it with your marketing plan so people know what they can expect from you. Give them options. Allow them to have control. Allow them to be the driving force of their transaction so that you can service them the best that they deserve. We want to make sure that you're being the best agent that you can possibly be. And I think figuring out where that is with your buyers. Now, your customers, are you putting them into a CRM so that you know when properties come available that you can come back and service them, so that you're getting those touches and keeping in touch with them? Are you doing any sort of drip campaigns? Why or why not aren't you doing these things? Do you need more business? If you need more business, then you need to put a plan of action into place. If you think, oh, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, you might not have any business in a year, because in the moment is not how the market's going to be in a year. It may get tougher, and as the market starts to slow down, you may need to be utilizing some of these talents that you have. You have to sell yourself to these clients, making you the best in the industry. I'm excited to walk alongside you to make you the very best that you can be. I want you to really work on that buyer's marketing plan. Tell me what it is that you offer that sets you apart from any other buyer's agent. What sort of services? How many touches? What sort of services are you going to give them as they walk through the process? If you can't find them a property right away, how often are you going to be looking for them a property? Let's talk about that, guys. I want you to think through what you're doing and how you're going to maintain these clients now, customers later that could turn into clients, and make sure that you're continuing to get these touches futuristically. When's the next time that a person that you sold a house to today, when's the next time that they're going to sell? When's the next time that they're going to buy? Do you know? Why did the person you sold a house to a year ago buy from somebody else today? Well, because they forgot. And if you're not in their mind and in their presence and reminding them that you're in the business, they're going to go somewhere else. We would love to think that we're all unforgettable, but it's very easy for a client to move on when there's so much competition in our industry. I look forward to walking side by side with you. Let's get this buyer's plan put together. Let's talk about what it is that you do, and let your buyers know the process of buying a house so that they can be successful and have a solid investment and know that you are partnering with them. This is Kimberly Bell, Principal Broker of the Real Estate Office, Oak Ridge. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing your marketing plan this coming week. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.